What is going on, everybody? It is time for chess and a story. Gonna jump right into this as we play some Blitz. It was a long time ago, like long time ago. I was younger. I used to work at a pizza place, and it was Perry's Pizza. Before they were a franchise, one location, Lyle Ave and Lee Road. So I ran the grill there, and no one at that store knew that I used to run the boards. Like I was the pizza maker for the busiest pizza place in Rochester, which is Pontillo's on Westridge Road. And I did it single handedly. It was a two-person job. Normally there'd be one person pounding out the dough and the other person topping it. Well, I was just a beast since I had made, tens of thousands of pizzas, through that's what I did from 16 to 20, like 21. I was pizza maker, you know what I mean? No one knew it there. So one day I challenged, one second, let me talk to this kid. Let him know about my hillbillies playing it wrong. Trying to get my stuff, out. So, more or less, one day Jimmy, the store owner, was giving me some shit about, me being in the grill area. So I told him, I can make a better pizza than you, faster than you. And he's like, yeah, right in your dreams, kid. So the whole store crowded around, all the workers. There's like 8 of them, plus the delivery boys. There's probably 11 people there. He makes his pizza. It takes him like 51 seconds or something. So, that taking the dough, slapping it down, taking the other dough, adding it, painting out flat, saucing it, oregano, cheese flattening even, pepperonis, making the crust and slapping in the oven. My turn. I sit there like 28 seconds in. I'm already putting on the bronies. I'm like, hey, Johnny, you think a pepperoni should go here? You think right about like just clowning. Get it in like 15 seconds faster than him. My pizza came out way better too. So I just had to +1 him. So I go back to the grill area. I'm like, yo, if you guys need me, just holler at me. Well, later, I was making some fried dough, and there was a piece of dough that was cooked stuck to the bottom of the basket in the fryer. So I went to grab it, and it was stuck. It wasn't coming off. So I pulled down really, really, really hard, and when it came loose, it was kind of like one of those situations where if someone's holding you back, like your hand, and you're pulling towards you, and they let go, and it finally like flings real hard towards you. That's what happened, and I was pulling downward towards the oil, and it was my left hand, and my whole hand goes in the fucking oil at 350. I had an apron on instantly. My first reaction was to wipe the oil off, so I put my hand on the apron and just like downward motion back of my hand. All the skin sleuthed off. It was so disgusting. It wasn't totally degloved, but there were pieces of skin hanging like an inch off that you couldn't pull off because it was like, skin's tough. Had to go to Strong Hospital in the burn unit, 3rd-degree burns. Had to wear a lubricated Michael Jackson glove for like 2 months to not have it get infected. Had to put the stuff called Eucerin, which is non-scented, non-dyed, like a petroleum product to keep it moist. Anything I touched, like, I used to just glob it. So I'm very good at keeping my hands to myself now. And this should wrap up this game. It's checkmate in 2. I'll bring up the analysis real quick. That was definitely some of the worst pain I've ever felt. Top 5. Comparable to when I almost lost an eye and cracked my skull. They had to stitch my eyelid back together. I'll throw a picture up that, but that's for another chess and story time. Alright, let's see over here. So the reason why he resigned was because of forced move, king in the corner, and then I take the rook, and it's forced to block with the queen, and then it's checkmate. But it's definitely hard to wear a glove that's all lubricated and train yourself not to touch things. It's harder than it seems. But it took a couple of months for my hand to heal, and it healed good. You can't tell by looking at my hand what happened, but when it's really, really cold out, like in the wintertime, when my hands get cold, it's a little purplish in that area where the skin had fallen off, or, burned off, we'll call it. But one of 100 memories that I really try not to think about too often. But I definitely will share that other story where I showed the pictures some other time. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. Ciao.